Fine, forget it. You're obviously so busy at home all day. And my husband slams down the phone. I'm in the car, the baby's screaming, and I'm rushing to pick up my older kids while trying to remember to stop at the grocery store before dinner. And now I'm the bad guy. I felt my stomach tighten and that familiar surge of anger and guilt. And in that moment, I have a choice: react or regulate. I'm Jessica Nagy, and I'm on the team here at Leslie Vernick Co, where we help Christian women in destructive relationships gain clarity. If you're in a destructive marriage, you know what it's like to walk on eggshells. And when he lashes out, it's easy to snap back or shut down or try and fix things just to keep the peace. But does that ever actually work? When we're dysregulated, we can't think clearly, make good decisions, or communicate effectively. And there's a gap between what happens to us and how we respond. And we can train ourselves to widen it through emotional regulation. Think about when Jesus was asleep in the boat during the storm. His disciples were freaking out. They panicked. And what did Jesus do? He stood up, asked why they were afraid, and then calmed the storm. Jesus was so regulated he could sleep through chaos. Instead of reacting, he used that gap to help his disciples regulate. Now, as a single mom, I see this with my kids when they're overwhelmed or melting down, and I have two choices: react with more chaos or steady myself and help them calm down. When I stay regulated, it changes everything. Now, this isn't about stuffing emotions. It's about training yourself to pause so you can respond intentionally instead of reacting. And when you live with someone who's constantly pushing your buttons, this can be life-changing. So how do you mind the gap? Well, here's a simple tool that you can use anytime emotions start to rise. So let's do it together. Look around you and find 5 things you can see. Notice 4 things you can feel on your skin, like maybe your feet on the floor or the texture of your clothes. Then listen for 3 things you can hear. Maybe it's a fan humming or birds chirping. Next, take a deep breath through your nose and notice 2 things you can smell. And then finally, what's 1 thing you can taste? And if there's nothing, I want you to imagine your favorite food and describe those flavors to yourself out loud or in your head. Do you feel a shift? Even if it's small, this practice trains your brain to pause before reacting. And teaching this to your kids is as easy as counting to 5. This tool has been really helpful for me, not just with my kids, but in healing after my own destructive marriage. You don't have to be ruled by someone else's chaos or react to every snarky comment. You can set the emotional tone of your home on purpose. And in that pause, you'll find your strength. God bless.